Hello everybody, my name is Christine Chavez and this is my final course design module, VidGrid video. So for my course design module, the learning management system that I chose was Schoology. I decided to choose Schoology because we are currently using this learning management system within our district, and I thought what better way to continue my growth on learning how to use it than to use it as my course design module learning management system. So when the students log on to Schoology, they're first seeing their course dashboard. And within their course dashboard, they have all their courses that they are listed in. So for my course design module, they will be going to the 5th grade specialized instruction course. So they will click here and they will pop into their course for me. So for my course, it's geared for 5th grade students whose IEPs are making inferences. And my students are 2 to 3 grade levels before their general education peers, and they required accommodations and modifications to access the curriculum within the classroom. With them being in the specialized instruction classroom, this means that they get more one-on-one intensive learning with me, and we get to review and scaffold and activate their prior knowledge more than they can do within the general education classroom. So they will be focusing on the Making Inferences folder that I have made for them. Within my folder, I have the folders set for the days of the week, and then I have a reference material folder and an optional activities folder. What I like about Schoology is that I can unpublish my folders, meaning that they are not able to see Tuesday through Friday. They're only able to see Monday's folder, the reference materials folders, and the optional activities. You can also set the folders to be published at a certain time. So if I hit unpublish or publish on a start date, I can put a date here. Let's say I want them to be published on Friday. I can save it, and it tells me at midnight the folder would be published for them. But for right now, I just want it to be unpublished. So this is what the instructor sees on their end. The course looks completely different to the student's point of view. So I'm going to go ahead and view as a student. And this is what they see. They still see the folders, and over here on the side they see upcoming, and if I had put a due date, all their assignments would be right here for them to see. For their folder, they will click on their folder, and they only see Monday because Monday is the only folder that is published for their daily assignments. They will also see the reference materials folder and the optional activities folder. So let's review the reference materials. When they click on the reference materials, they have their anchor charts and their videos that they are going to be using throughout the week. For their anchor charts, I put 3 different anchor charts that are all related to making inferences. They start off with low-level learners all the way to high-level learners. And so what I liked about these anchor charts is that they are using the multimedia principle, which is the students learn best from words and pictures. So the first one is, what is an inference? Clues from the text and what I already know. Simple and to the point for my low-level learners within my class. The next anchor chart is making inferences. Clues from the text plus my schema equals an inference. Our inferences help us understand the text. This is a little bit more intricate when using more words for them rather than just sticking to the pictures. And finally, the third one is more advanced. we see that there's a lot more going on. And to my lower level learners, this might be a redundance to them, or they might have the split attention principle where their mind is just going, they can't focus on one thing. They're going to be focusing on the words at the bottom or the picture in the middle or the words on the other side. So these are more geared for my higher level learners within my specialized instruction classroom. Next, they have their videos. They're going to be watching a Brain Pop video on Monday. Tuesday, they're going to be watching Making Inferences by Grammar Songs. And Wednesday, it's going to be Making Inferences in Informational Texts. And Thursday will be Making Inferences in Literary Texts. And I will show those videos when I go into those folders. For the optional activities folders, they have different activities that they can do when they are finished with their work. The first one is inferencing with pictures, and this is a Google Slide activity for them to be doing. Let me go ahead and see why. There you go. Sometimes Schoology has its ups and downs, so you always have to go back and do it again. So with this one, they will be looking at pictures and inferring what they see. They have their magnifying glass, which is cueing them to look at that point, which is part of the signal and cueing principle. And they will go in, type what they see, and after they finish typing what they see, I will tell them to hit present. And they will click on the magnifying glass, and it was a turtle for them. So that is one activity in the optional activities folder. The next one is a Raz Kids reading passage. And this one says, read the following informative text, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. You will be learning about the 2 volcanoes that are part of the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. So once you finish reading the book, you're going to be taking the comprehension quiz. And what I like about Raz Kids is that I'm going to go ahead and log in as one of my students. It's very informative for them, and they use a lot of visuals, and they're able to, there we go, read, let's see, compare, here we go. So they would listen to the book, and then they're able to read it, and as they're able to read, they are able to record themselves reading it. That way I can go back and listen to what they're reading, and they will take the quiz at the end. The next activity is a Riddle Me This activity, which I thought would be fun for them to do. And it says, successful readers make guesses based on what they read and what they already know. The object of this game is to infer what is being described by the clues you read. Number 1, press the Show a Clue button below. Notice the clue is describing someone or something. 2, press it again to read another clue. When you think you have it figured out what is being described, type it in the Make a Guess box or press check. So this is a game for them, which is part of the multimedia game principle, or multimedia learning with computer games. So this will be a game for them to be using. So it said step 1 is to show a clue. I began in the morning, and then I clicked it twice, so at sunrise. So if they think they know what it is, then they can go ahead and make a guess. If they need another clue, they will keep going until they have what they know. So that was a fun, interesting riddle game for them to use. I thought it would be fun for them as an optional activity. So now going back into the folder, I'm going to go ahead and click on Monday. And on Monday's assignment, they are going to be starting off with a pre-test. And for the pre-test, I decided to use an Edpuzzle activity for them. And so today you will be completing the Edpuzzle making inference activity. To begin this activity, you must click the Edpuzzle link. Once you have clicked the link, you will watch the video and make inferences. As the video is playing, you will be asked questions that relate to what you just learned, and make sure you listen and pay close attention. So we'll click on the link and it'll take them to their Edpuzzle. And I already went, when I clicked on it, the video was already playing. And I'm going to go ahead and keep it playing. That way you can see the video in action, and there's already questions built into this video, which is great. One thing I like about Edpuzzle is that it goes with the modality principle, the animation principle, and the explanatory feedback principle. Because once they answer their question, if they get it wrong, it explains to them why they got it wrong. And if they get it right, they get a green check mark for them, which is considered the immediate feedback principle for them. So let's go ahead and let's watch where it left off.
What do you think happened here? What do you already know about the situation? You know that your dog really likes to...
So with this video at the beginning, it was talking about the girl wanting to get a dog, and she was inferring that she was going to get a dog because she saw a list that her mom had when she went to the grocery store, and it listed off things that was stating that she was going to get a dog. So now she has the dog, and so now they're going to continue and watch the video.
On books. You know that you left your math book on your desk. So if you combine what you know with what you see, which is your evidence, you can infer that your dog's...
And so the question that they're asking is, when you infer by combining what you know, which is your background knowledge, with, and then it will tell you evidence. And submit. You got it right. So it gives them the green and they're good to go. If they got it wrong, it will explain to them why they got it wrong, and then they can rewatch the video, that little portion again, and see what they missed. The next assignment that they have for Monday is a brain pop making inferences activity. So they will click on the link and go to their brain pop activity. What I also like about brain pop is that it goes with the modality principle, the animation principle, and the multimedia principle all fall on brain pop. Brain pop is a great site to use, especially for our learners who need to have that visual of and audio of what they are learning. So they will watch the video, and for my learners, they are going to be taking the easy quiz. So after they watch the video, they will click on the quiz and start. And what I like about the quiz is that they're able to listen to Annie read the question and the answers to them. So let's go ahead and let's read it.
Grandpop sees that his apple pie is all gone. Moby has crumbs on his mouth. What do you think happened? Moby baked his own apple pie. Moby needs to brush his teeth better. Moby ate Grandpa's apple pie. Moby ate Grandpa.
So we will click. They gave them the correct with the immediate feedback. Let's go ahead and do number 2.
Moby plays baseball and accidentally breaks a window. How do you think he feels? He is scared of getting in trouble. He feels happy and excited. He can't wait to break another window. He wishes he could be a football player.
And I'm going to pick a wrong choice, so let's see what happens. It's able to cross them off, letting them know immediately that that's not the correct answer. And so I'll go ahead and right away they get the okay that it was the correct answer. So those are the 2 activities that they will be doing on Monday. For Tuesday, they are going to be working on a Making Inferences Google slide. So they will click on the link. And I made this visual for them to use as a guide to remember. In order to make inferences, we need to apply what we already know along with finding clues from the text. So here is the visual that explains that. How to make inferences. Background knowledge plus clues from the text equals inferencing. Today you will complete a Google Slides activity that is all about making inferences. Directions. Click on My Document. You will complete slides 1, which is inferencing equation. Slide 2 is making inferences with a picture. And slide 3 is making inferences with the scenario, and submit when you are finished. So they will click on on the student side, it will say assignment and then My Document up here. But since I am on the instructor side, I'm going to go ahead and click down here. So this is what they will see when they click on the Google slide. What I did for my learners, since they do need to have their assignments read to them, and we are virtually learning, so I have some that are in person and some that are at home, and I unfortunately aren't there to read to them. So I went ahead and recorded myself reading. So I have the signal here, the cueing here, say click to listen. So they will click. Inferences equation. Sometimes readers can make educated guesses about what is going on in a passage. Readers can use what they already know about the world combined with clues from the passage in order to understand what is happening. Read the following passage as an example. So from there, I go on and I read the whole page for them. Now for slide 2, I am only reading the directions for them and the questions. So they will click on, again, on the speaker. Making inferences. Look at the picture. Making inferences. Look at the picture. Use what you already know about life, then search for clues in the picture to make an inference about what might be happening. So it's up to them to use their background knowledge and use what they know from the picture to infer on what is going on. Now, for the third one, I went ahead and again recorded myself reading the directions and the passage and then each question. And what I added here for them is, since they are looking at a passage, I added a highlighting tool. So here it says drag the highlighter bar to highlight the clues from the text. So they will simply take the highlighting bar and they will cover what they feel is the text evidence, and they are able to move it. They can make it as big as they want, as wide as they want, and just use it for them to use as a guide so they can go back and type what the text evidence is. So that's their activity for Tuesday. Now for Wednesday, Okay, 1 second. My computer is switching on me. Okay. For Wednesday, they are going to be doing a Khan Academy lesson, and I took this lesson from the guided discovery lesson that we did. I love this and I thought it was perfect to use, especially for virtual learning. So this is the guided discovery principle. Wednesday and Thursday are both of these principles. And so what they will do, they will click on Wednesday's folder and they have making inferences in informational text. Today you'll be working on making inferences in informational text. Informational texts are texts that inform the reader about a specific topic. So their directions on to click on the information on the making inferences informational text, watch the video on making inferences, and then watch the video on finding connections between ideas and passages, and do the practice read with questions. So they will click on the link and they will do the activity. And I was reviewing this activity with my student the other day, and he said that he liked how he was able to see when he was done watching the videos, and he used that as a self-monitoring tool for him, which was great to see that it was working, and I really liked that. So that is Wednesday's assignment. And go back to my folder. Thursdays is the exact same thing, but this time they're going to be using literary text. Again, they will click on the link. And they will complete the video, the 2 videos, and then the practice read for them. For Friday, they will be doing a post assessment, which is a Google form. And so this week, you have been learning about making inferences and how it can make us better readers. Today, you will be completing the Making Inferences Google form assessment to let me know what you have learned. Good luck. So I also put in here a reminder for them that they do have extra time to complete this assignment, so they have all day to do it. So they will click on the link and it will take them to the form. Here is that visual again that I made, but this time it is just the pictures without the words. Now they have making inferences post-assessment. Again, it's this week we have been learning all about making inferences within pictures, scenarios, informational text, and literary text as a class. Now I want to see what you remember about making inferences. Good luck. The first question is, what do we need in order to make an inference? Check all that apply. So they will go and check. Number 2 is using what you know about life. Look for clues in the GIF to make an inference on what is happening. So they have the little GIF here of the little baby, and so they're trying to figure out, is the child hungry and needs food? Is the child tired and wants to go to sleep? Or is the child needs a diaper change? So it would be that one. Next is a passage. So using your background knowledge and clues from the text, what can you infer from the scenario below? So it says, read the scenario, answer the questions that follow. Mom cradled Jimmy and stared into his eyes as she rocked him back and forth. Baby, baby, sweet baby boy, she sang. Slurp, 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 Jimmy sucked. Just as Jimmy was finishing up, he cooed, then burped, and immediately fell asleep. With a full stomach, Mom knew Jimmy would rest for a long time. What happened in the passage, and how do you know? So they will have a short answer. Mom fed Jimmy and he fell asleep. In the passage, it stated, with a full stomach, Mom knew Jimmy would rest for a long time. Then they'll move on to number 4. Again, they will read this scenario. Benny and Jed strolled through the meadow. They were surprised to hear humming noises coming from one side of the path. To their surprise, they spotted a hive. They got closer and closer until a swarm came right out towards them. Ouch, ouch, Benny screamed. Benny, run, yelled Jed. They got me, Benny cried, sprinting down the path. What happened to Benny? Benny got stung by a bee. And I put what happened? I put ouch. Ouch, indicating that a bee stung him. They'll hit next, and then they have 4 more questions. Crocodiles sometimes eat other crocodiles, even their own young. They attack and eat large land animals such as a water buffalo that come to the river to drink water. Crocodiles hold their victims underwater until they drown. Crocodiles attack only when they are scared. Crocodiles are very picky about what they eat. Crocodiles have very strong jaws, or people shouldn't be afraid of crocodiles. So again, they'll click their answer and move on to the next one. So that, and then they'll submit their quiz at the end when they are finished. So that is my course design module for my 5th grade students in their specialized instruction course. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun creating this, especially since we were learning how to do this within our district. So it went hand in hand, learning how to make it within the class and learning how to do it within the district. And whatever I was learning in the class, I would take it back and meet with my teams and say, how about we focus on this? Let's try and do this, and let's try and change it. And so everything that we learned, I have applied or will be applying to my classroom. And again, it's all about knowing the learner. Is the learner a low-level learner, or is the learner a high-level learner and able to comprehend a little bit more with their cognitive ability compared to low-level learners? So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoy it.